You know, the one thing that keeps us going that may shock you, regardless of the human experiences that come with a lot of burdens, a lot of heaviness, I guarantee you the one thing that keeps us going every single day that a lot of us don't even know of, are aware of at that, is the one question that I know a lot of us ask ourselves every single day, and that is, who am I and what is my purpose here? On today's video, beautiful beings, we're going to dive into not only discovering your purpose, but understanding the meaning behind purpose. And when you understand the meaning behind purpose, then you understand how to give life meaning. So stay tuned to the very end, because I guarantee you this will not only be a video that will uplift you, but this is the video that you need in order for you to start moving towards what it is you're divinely meant to be doing. Bro, my head has been itching so bad. My ears have been ringing so loudly. These ascension symptoms are like something else. But what is going on, you beautiful beings? Welcome back, Awaken Ones, on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am an intuitive shaman, healer, and a psychic tarot reader. I speak about spiritual development, emotional awareness, and I do guided readings for each zodiac sign. And I'll talk about things I feel need to be talked about, because our divine right to know more than what we've been told. And if you want to know any of my business anything about my merch, my healing course, or even to book a personal reading with me or healing session, all that information is down in the description box below. But other than that, beautiful beings, let's get right into this, because I've really been thinking thoroughly, and this is not something that is new to me. It is a new experience every time I come back to the same moment, and the moment is, who am I and what is my purpose here? And I feel a lot of us don't understand that the reason why we have the burning desire to continue moving forward is because we want to discover the reasoning of why we exist. And a lot of us forget that we give life meaning. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. And a lot of us were desiring to discover the purpose of why we all exist. And I feel that is the one thing a lot of us aren't aware of that makes us continue moving forward. Is like, there's something bigger I must be doing. There's something deep within my soul, especially if you're on this spiritual journey. You've been the outcast. You understand how it feels to not be understood, to not fit in. And no matter how hard you try, it's like nothing can stick, because you can't be fit in a category. Because here's the thing, you're meant to stand out. And for a lot of you who feel like you always were the one to stand out, but for some reason, underlying reason, you were a spark of inspiration, of light to the world, to the people around you. And a lot of people don't want to recognize that, but they discouraged it. Well, this video is for you if you have experienced that. I know I've experienced that all my life. People underestimated me, and look at that. Not too long ago, my dad told me, Britt, out of all the things you and I have an older sister, what you guys been through, I really thought you would be the one to go down the dark path. And that just it kind of hurt me, but at the same time it blew my mind, because it made me realize how much I'm willing to want to discover the reasoning of why I exist. And this is why I feel like this video is going to be very helpful, because we just hit the new astrology year, the beginning of the year, Aries season. Happy birthday to all my Aries out there. Nothing but love for you, boo-boos. I appreciate y'all. You are the first of the zodiac sign, so it's all about self. I admire people who have any point of Aries in their charts, and I know I do a little bit, but probably in the wrong sections. I wish I didn't have Aries, but hey, that's a lesson needed to learn. But I admire Aries so much, because you guys know how to prioritize self, and this is the time to prioritize self. This is the time to really contemplate. This is a perfect time to really start embodying who you are. And here's the beautiful thing, now that we're at this moment where we feel like we're being pulled to a deeper meaning of life, is that there is a calling. You can't no longer ignore it. And this is what we do on our existence. We get distracted in our human existence to the point we forget that there's an internal calling, longing and yearning for us to move forward in a path that is not even as similar as what we think it should be according to society. But The whole point I feel like this is needed to be shared is because now is the time to really contemplate and question self, question life, question why is it that I am here? Who am I and what is my purpose? You know, the reason why I feel like this needs to be brought up is because I want to give you a different meaning of purpose. A lot of people believe your purpose is your mission. Well, when I came upon my spiritual advisor and really started to hone in on starting my spiritual business and putting my gifts out there, she told me something that really stuck with me and will forever stick with me. And that is, your purpose here is not your mission. Your purpose here is to be happy. And your mission is what you're meant to be doing. So pretty much, your purpose is to be happy, meaning discovering who you are. And then your mission is what, you're meant to be giving, you're meant to be doing in this lifetime, in this experience, in this expansiveness. So ever since hearing that stuck with me. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you today is because I want you to understand the purpose of life is not to always give. It's not to always try to become someone. It's to understand and discover what happiness is through discovering self. Ain't that some beautiful shit? When you learn to want to question your life, question who you are, contemplate it, slowly but surely you're discovering self. The more you discover yourself, the more you discover how to make your purpose, which is your happiness, giving life meaning. And then little by little, your joy ripples into creation, and your creation leads you into what you're meant to be giving and doing in a way where you're overflowing, not in a way where you're drowning or when you're in a drought because you don't have much to give. You get what I'm saying? Meaning you're forcing yourself to do things that don't even feel good to you. And this is the point of why I feel a lot of us, why this energy is taking place right now, why we are meant to be embodying who we really are, and we're really questioning that, really discovering that, and learning how to take that more seriously and prioritizing that. Because we're in Aries season, we feel that fire, we feel that energy, we feel that drive to discover and to discover things that we have forgotten and to bring that back to life, to bring yourself back into life, into a newer version that you never experienced before. And this is why I want to share with you this video, because that calling is only going to linger and it's only going to build momentum. So the beautiful way I want to help you start to find your purpose, hence your happiness, to discover your mission and your truth upon this planet, is by understanding, first of all, that what you're currently doing in your life, the reason why you have a longing, a calling, and the reason why you feel such fatigue, why you feel like you're doing things you shouldn't be doing, staying at a job you don't want to be in, being in a relationship where you feel like you're settling when you want a power couple relationship, doing things that don't feel fulfilling or pleasurable to your soul. The reason why you have a longing and a longing for something better and a yearning to get out of what you're doing is because you have a bigger purpose here. And the way to discover that is by listening to that call. The reason why a lot of people don't listen to that internal call, that yearning, that they feel like they have to do something, like for me when I do these videos, the reason why a lot of people don't listen to that call, because they think that persuasion of that inner call leads them to doing more work, meaning becoming someone. But the thing is, that calling is teaching you how to unbecome who you thought you were, so you can really discover who you truly are. There's a huge difference, but a lot of people don't want to listen to that, discover that, because we have not been taught to prioritize self. But this video, I guarantee you, will uplift you if you allow yourself to take in what I'm about to share with you and everything I have shared with you. And what I'm about to share with you is that the way to discover your purpose, your calling, is by listening to it. Just listening to the internal voice of what you feel like you should be doing, being led by those little nudges, those little itty bitty nudges, and allow that to build momentum. Like for me, for instance, I'll never forget in 2018 to 2019, I had my first apartment and I lost it. I got evicted. And I got evicted because I didn't know how to save money. I didn't know how to prioritize bills. I wasn't responsible. So in that time, I was going through so much that I would never forget that I had like little nudges to start a YouTube channel. And I did a couple videos here and there, pretty long ass videos too. But that was me really starting to discover my voice and feel like I had something to share. But that was an internal call for me, like I had something to share. But ever since I went through all that darkness, I ended up, losing my apartment, losing my job, losing my relationship, and I just had to get out. So I did run away from my problems. I ran away from my problems. I met up with a friend in North Carolina, party for like 2 months straight, literally going to the club like almost every fucking day. And I would never forget that being in North Carolina, I was staying at someone's place for free. Long ass story, man. Like this woman, like the first day I met her was the first day I moved in. Like it's crazy, everything that I went through. But I remember one day I heard that call again to do a video, and I'll never forget it. That was the start of when I started to really commit to this internal call. And that video was about something about manifesting through trauma. Yes, that was the first video. That was, even though I had a few other YouTube videos then, that was the first video. I stuck with it. I took it seriously. And ever since then, I'll never forget, I started the goal of do a video every single day for 100 fucking days, and I hit that goal. I hit that goal, you guys. But the beautiful thing is that the progression of me listening to that call, I didn't know how to, I did know how to edit videos because I went to school for film production, but I didn't know how YouTube worked. I didn't know about thumbnails until I started, and I kept listening to that call, and I started learning how to edit, and started learning how to put the little stickers and effects of how to let people know to subscribe to watch the video, how to advertise on Instagram. Then I end up kept going with the YouTube channels, and I started meeting more people who were on this spiritual journey, who taught me about spiritual entrepreneurship. And little did I know, I started to meet new people that taught me about healing, that taught me about shadow work, and led me to this whole guideline that was divinely meant for me to follow. And I'm now here traveling, discovering more of myself, having opportunities left and right, growing like a motherfucker, and just enjoying every single moment of it, even the dark times, even the worst times, even the times that are so unbearable. And the beautiful thing is because I allowed myself to listen to the call. I allowed myself to explore what I was told not to explore, which is the intuition, which is your truth, which is what feels right to you. We have all been taught never to listen to our intuition, not to trust it, not to trust our instincts, not to trust ourselves, to the point we end up trusting things outside of us that don't even have good intentions, rather than the intentions that ourselves has for us. Yes, we could become self-destructive, but at the same time, no matter what, we all have an internal guidance that leads to the core of who we are, that has that call, that is trying to guide us to our truth and what we're meant to be doing and who we really are. And here's the thing, you guys, since I listened to that call, not only where I'm happy where I am, I know there's a lot of things that are about to take off of my life. I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm sharing this because I want you to be very fucking curious, not just about a person's life, but about discovering the fact that you're existing at the same time I am. Become curious about yourself. Become curious about why you have these certain thoughts and these certain ideas. Become curious about why you have this yearning to follow a different path than the one you're on right now. Be curious about that, because the whole reason why you exist is to discover the magic behind your existence. Can I get a fucking amen for that, man? I definitely gotta edit that out and share it. But yes, I'm feeling myself. You gotta feel yourself. You gotta love on yourself. This is the perfect moment in time to finally choose self. To finally say, you know what? I may not know the next plan of how am I gonna get out this job, how am I gonna get out this relationship, how I'm gonna make this, how I'm gonna make that pop off, how I'm gonna make this happen. All I know is that I'm gonna follow the call, no matter how tiny it is, towards it. And little do you know, it's like I like that saying, even though they talk about haters, to me I take it as all the hardships you ever been within your life, all the stones that's been thrown at you that try to burden you, use those to build an empire. Literally. Little by little, the more you plant, the more you grow, the more you do, the more you just put the focus on what feels right to your heart, the more you start to see the progression of who you really are meant to be. And here's the thing, it's not about becoming someone. It's about unbecoming in order to recognize who you already have been. That's the thing. We all think we have to become someone. The purpose of this call is for you to listen to the internal truth that has been suppressed within you, that is ready to be known and ready to be expressed. Ooh. And now's the time to allow that. Is it going to be scary? Of course. But here's the thing. The best thing I love about this experience is that the fear, overcoming it, facing it, boy, is it nerve-wracking. But man, when you overcome that shit, nothing feels better than that. I don't give a damn. Sex does feel good. Taking a shit does feel good. Eating when you're starving does feel good. Don't get me wrong. But nothing feels better than facing a fucking fear that you let paralyze you, traumatized you, when it was just a tiny little thought that really didn't exist in the first place. You only allowed it to be alive because you put your belief and your faith into it, rather than your belief and your faith into what you actually are capable of creating. Oh my God. So other than that, beautiful beings, this video was like a rant. I feel like this video was needed for people who just needed some upliftment, some little bit of sugar, some little bit of love, some little bit of knowing that you're not alone on this journey. Other than that, I'm smelling perfume and I'm not wearing perfume, so I know I got my angels and my guides around me. So that's how you know you're loved, and that's how you know that no matter what, you are never alone on this journey. You are being given guidance. Your intuition, that calling is your internal call. It's your guidance, you guys. Listen to that shit. Trust that shit. Fall in love with listening to it. Because the more you focus on it, the louder it gets. The louder it gets, the more you actually will allow yourself to flow with the internal guidance that actually has your best intentions in mind, other than your ego and other than your conscious mind. And the more that you learn to follow that, the more that you start to follow your divine path, be led to your purpose, and start to live the fulfilling life that your heart knows you're meant to be living. Other than that, you beautiful beings, that's all I have for you. If you really enjoyed this video, if you really got upliftment or any activations, please hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you'll be notified of every video that I do make and you won't miss out on it. Also, right in the comment section, yo, let's get to know each other. Let's connect. I have a goal that this year we are going to hit 100,000 subscribers. And hey, if we don't, that's cool too. The whole point is to have a large audience, not for the applause, but for the community, for the communication, for the new earth that all of us are here existing at the same time, are meant to be giving love and are meant to be assisting one another. And it's about time that we start that, and I'm willing to start that here. So connect with me on Instagram, or if you want to book your own personal reading healing session, all info is down in the description box below. But just know you guys really aren't alone on this journey, and I really hope this video has assisted you in some way. But until then, I'm about to go eat. Your homegirl gotta eat. But I love you guys. Nothing but love, blessings, and luck. And I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.